Hello, it's me, and I'm doing an unexpected stream on my Unexpected Streams channel. I'm curious to know if you can hear music or not. I need to tweet out and link out the stream. Just doing that now. Hello, Mike. Good morning. Yes, send it to everyone. I hate doing everyone on Discord, but it's my Discord, so whatever. And I need to tweet out. Hello, Mr. England. Live. Oops, not love. I'm live streaming. That's funny. I just have to make a stream channel. Coding on Reflow Master Pro. Now's your time. Hello, Andy Mouse. I thought I'd get a stream in before John. Hey, Wagon Loads. John Ox is streaming today at 10. He streams every Sunday. Hello, Dave. Okay, I've tweeted and I've posted on Discord, and I just need to now, if I can find where I put it, start my chat. Code, maybe. Let's see if... No, Wagon Loads, I just started. Hello, Oink. Hey, Jishipu, how you doing? Laser's not on, but I did fix my Arduino install, which is why I can work on Reflow Master Pro now. So I made some breaking changes a couple of weeks ago in my Reflow Master Pro code, which I haven't fixed. I haven't got around to fixing because I've been a little bit distracted with my S3 launch. And so I need to get back and fix it. I've actually got Reflow Master Pro panels in my pick and place, or a panel that I've been setting up. I forgot the LED sign command. It's just same. I think it's just logo rainbow. I think, if it works. I don't know. You didn't get a Pro. Did you want a Pro, Mr. England? Yeah, I've forgotten as well. Interesting, it's not picking up the stream. Oh, here it goes. Wait, I think, yeah, okay. It took a while to connect to MQTT. No, it's not raining. Yeah, so exclamation mark, Hamaco, logo, and then, yeah, there's no Discord connected to it at the moment. Bummer. Are you on my Discord, Christopher? Can you hear the music? Hey, Rhoda. I'm just listening to music, and the stream's not monetized, so what are they going to do? I'm listening to internet radio. It's what I code to, or not this exactly, but it's this morning. It seems to be quite a bit of an African theme going this morning, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, but what's your name on Discord? I'm trying to find you. Are you Mr. England on Discord, or are you this is it's just a which one is it? It's Sci Radio FM Progressive. You are okay. Hang on, let me just see if I can find you. Perry Como, I don't think so. I can't see you on here. Maybe I'm scrolling too fast. Oh, there you are. So I'm just chatting with Chris offline. Sorry, that was a bit rude of me. Yeah, the Pro S3 sold out. Sold out instantly. Like, yeah, less than 2 hours, they were gone, all gone. I've also got my printer going. So I was going to do this on my main channel without the music and but the printer's going and I can't stop it. And it's a 6-hour print, so I thought I'd do it on here. Hey Marius. Okay, if the music's distracting, I can turn it off. I've also got, so I listen to either progressive. Oh my god, that's annoying. I've got progressive and psytrance. You can get 3 strikes in total. Really? Okay. Well, music's gone. Now you can all listen to the music of the printer. Yay! I love the music too, but yeah, I don't want to get in trouble on the channel. Oh well. You see, what do you see now? Circuit Python really... What? Who? Where? What are we talking about? Getting Zion K vibes. Yeah, kind of. Bruce makes the best music. Hey Kuka. Yeah, that's... It's, that's on silent. Let me see if I can slow it down, make it quieter. Not really. Oh, maybe if I turn the microphone around a bit, if I put it here. Is that any better? My voice might be a bit different, but I can't post the music. It's a, what do you call it? It's an embedded link. Oh, hang on. Let me see if I can. Maybe I can. I don't actually have the link. Oh, I do have the link. Okay. Discord. So it's just a live stream channel. It's a Psy radio. So I've got progressive, Psy trance. Sometimes I listen to some dark trance, but not very often. Hey Folknology. Okay, so let's get this going. I don't have a lot of time because, as I said, John Ox is streaming today. So I'm this close to at least getting my Reflow Master Pro out to early testers. I've got it almost set up on my pick and place machine. I'm going to be doing a hybrid pick and place. I'm going to be doing like about 80% of the parts from the pick and place and the rest by hand because I can't swap out any other feeders right now. Like I've used up any spare space I've got, but I need to keep everything else loaded for all my dev board stuff. Like it's too time consuming to swap stuff out. Hey John, we watch each other's streams, would be like a conversation. Yeah, no. It will definitely not be streaming up until, like, I'll be stopping before you start. That's fine. That's why I started earlier than I was planning to. So don't worry, I won't interrupt your stream. Yeah, what are you doing in your stream today, John? The laser's not on. But I fixed the Arduino setup, which is why I can code on Reflow Master Pro. I destroyed it when I was trying to get my S3 stuff working. But no, the laser's not on. I've got a plan for the laser, but my focus has been elsewhere, obviously. It's been pretty crazy. You can't see my floor. Everything from there onwards is all piles of envelopes. So Reflow Master Pro, everyone comes to Zoom meeting if you stream enough. Wow, that was philosophy for type-y things. Hey Alan. Now, so that one. So Reflow Master Pro. I made some changes. I made some breaking changes. I got some cool stuff to show. Some people have already seen it. A couple of ideas, maybe assemble one of Steph's cat PCB kits, or talk about credit in open source projects. Latest work through 2 firmware tests, perhaps. Don't talk about credit in open source projects. I don't want to watch it then, because that's a sore point for me. Nah, whatever. You can talk about whatever you want to do. You should definitely assemble something on your stream. Assembling's fun on stream. It really is. Okay, I'm closing that. Might as well get rid of my music. And I don't know if I just broke my... Let's see if I broke my thing. So, the stuff I'm working on at the moment is finishing off... So I made a change to the profile structure, how profiles are stored on the Reflow Master Pro, and how you edit them in the web and whatever. And so I've got ongoing breaking things from UI to file system stuff, whatever. But I'm focusing on the web at the moment. It's got into MicroPython. Awesome. There's a survey about it being run by a university at the moment. They're researching the role of credit in FOSS projects. Okay, that's interesting. Superhouse streams pretty much every Sunday. Occasionally not, but yes, otherwise every Sunday, 10 o'clock my time, which is like in an hour and a half. Yeah, always fun streams. You should definitely join the stream. So, you can turn on Wi-Fi on the Reflow Master Pro, and oh god, look how dusty the screen is. And if you've never connected it, it starts up Wi-Fi Manager. Otherwise, you just push it, it knows you got credentials, and it just starts up a web server. And while the web server is running, you can't reflow or bake, right? It's purely for managing profiles and settings and stuff, so it locks you out while it's running. And to stop it, you just push it again, and it stops the web. But we're going to start it up, and I want to see if I'm pretty sure I've really broken what I did. So refresh that. So this is the web interface, and this is showing the profiles I've currently got. These are profiles that it's probably going to ship with, and you can obviously add a profile, and you can edit existing profiles, and but I've busted all the data in these because I've been mucking around like that. Broken. Yeah, okay. Broken it some more. Broken it by fixing it. I love when I break things by fixing things. So there'll be a JavaScript error somewhere. I can't find variable temp3. So this is a pain because doing web on a ESP32 is kind of messy because you've got a whole bunch of web code like this, which is all sitting inside raw literal char arrays, which is fine. And then you've got a whole bunch of code that can also generate dynamic HTML. And then you've got all your... Anyway, it's for those of you that have ever done web, like you're doing a web server and content inside code, which is always a bit painful. Can I find variable temp3? That'll be some JavaScript stuff I've done. It's either in my update or in my validate. Temp3 dot value, maybe that might help. Underscore temp3 dot value. Let's try refreshing this. Put trash can over 3D printer. I wish that. Hey, Alex. Yeah, I wonder if I can put something in front of it to block the noise a bit. Maybe. Deflect the noise. Oh my god, I got boxes of parts everywhere. What if I can put a chair in front of it? And then if I can put about a mat. Has that helped a bit? I can't tell. It sounds as loud for me. Ooh. Would you consider building a cabinet, buying one for 3D printers? I don't really have yeah, I don't know. It's just unusual. I'm printing now. What I'm printing are, and they're urgent. They're kind of urgent. I'm printing my storage boxes for my. Not that I've got any stock left, right? So, but I need. Yeah, I've got right now. Like for the last few days, all my Pro S3, Feather S3, and Tiny S3 stock has just been in tubs everywhere. It's been a real mess. So I'm printing my storage boxes right now, which is and they take ages to print. They take like 6.5 hours per section to print. I know it's not the most efficient thing, but I cannot find storage boxes that are the correct size for my things, and so I have to print my own. Did that help at all? Even a little bit? Okay. Okay, that's one error gone. I fixed... Oh, you can't see. I fixed one error. But... in update data... Oh my god. 10.4. It was the same thing, I think. Okay. I gotta remember to stop the web server every time I reflash. Thought about laser... I have thought about laser cut boxes. They're gonna be... They might be quicker to make, but they're messy to put together. And I've got angles. And they're gonna be... The way they're gonna be glued together and then joined. And then the length that I've got them... Like, it ends up being quite expensive in acrylic. If I use... Oh, I don't... Well, either I use acrylic or I use some form of wood. Wood that you can laser cut that's thin and durable is really expensive. Well, at least in Australia anyway. You need to use like a special type of bamboo, or if you're going to use ply, you need to get laser ply because the glue in normal ply is toxic. So, and I like how thin I can get these. I can get these really thin and really stable on the 3D printer. And normally they're printing at night time or during the day when it doesn't matter. Did you sort the chart problem where you wanted X points not uniformly spaced? Yes, I did. I did, Mike. Remember I told you about that. Yeah, well, MDF's... You can't... It's... Cutting MDF on a laser cutter is super dangerous. I know plenty of people do it because it's cheap wood, but the glue in it is absolutely life-threatening when you cut it. Very, very bad for you. Yeah, and like the walls on mine, they're like 1.4 millimeters thick. Like I can't get MDF that thin, and even the thin stuff I can get, it's not nice to work with, and the finish of it looks ugly. And all my storage boxes are blue, so it's my own. I dug my own hole. Well, wood 3D filament is just plastic with tiny bits of wood in it. Okay, did I fix it? I might have. No. What the hell? I'm losing my mind on here. I shouldn't have broken this thing. Underscore temp3 is a variable. It's right here. And I don't understand why it says I can't find it. Oh my gosh. And I slept in the attic until... Yes, there's lots of glue, and the glue is very bad for you, very bad to laser cut. Sorry, I'm losing my mind here. I don't understand why it says I can't find it. Is this code on GitHub? No, this code is not on GitHub. This code won't be on GitHub. And I should have just bitten the bullet and included jQuery in all of this. It would have made my life so much easier, but I didn't want the overhead of pulling it all through. I'm going to do something just stupid right now. I just want to see what happens if I do this. Because why not? It's fairly quick to compile. Warning for too much MDF walls. Yeah, you don't want to live in MDF. It's very bad for you. Anyway, I'm 3D printing because I want them all to look the same. Because I'm a perfectionist is the wrong word. I'm pedantic. You can use jQuery like selectors in modern browsers without any library. Can you? Don't have to move temp4 up 1. Well no, because temp3 was grabbed before it, so it shouldn't have made a difference. Hello Matt, good morning. Okay, start Wi-Fi. Refresh. There we go. So that liked that. It just didn't like me grabbing the value from the thing. Anyway, so I've got really nice graphs, reflow graphs in here. So what I'm doing at the moment is I've added a start and an end for the reflow period. No, I don't. I don't. Thanks. Not looking for programming advice on this. This is how the code's working. This is how it's staying. Yeah, it's okay. Thanks. Just here to fix my own bugs. Like I don't want to ignore people if they're going to give me document crew select all. I don't want to like ignore people if they give me advice. So it's just probably easier not to just for now because I mean there was no reason why that other code shouldn't have worked because temp3 was declared, temp4 was declared. But whatever, something to do with the DOM. Yeah, I don't want to use by class name because I don't want all of them. I want one. Each one of these is unique. I need to grab just that one item. Anyway, okay. So what I've done is you see this section here. This is unusual in a reflow profile. You normally have a point that comes up and it comes straight down again, and it's not a variable width on how long the reflow goes. But the reason I'm adding this in is because toaster ovens obviously are not great with how fast they can ramp. But more importantly, the higher the temperature you're trying to get to, the slower they take to get there, right? And so one of the things that I was never able to do in my Reflow Master specifically was hold the reflow temp for longer, like when it's at its peak. And so the way I got around that was you just take a profile and make the whole profile longer. Now that works most of the time, but if you make a profile longer and the soak area is too long, it can burn all the flux away, right? So I didn't want to, these are not arrays of elements. These are unique individual named variables. So I can't use an array or an index, but that's okay. Yeah, I mentioned jQuery in that there's a lot of my JavaScript in here that is ugly and repetitive when I could have done it easier with jQuery is all I'm saying. But I didn't want the extra overhead of people having to load those in. Anyway, so I came up with an idea on here after I finished it all. I finished all of this and then I had an idea. What's if I had a window where you could change how long it held the temp for? What that means is, even if it can't ramp up fast enough to get to that top bit before it starts coming down, that window will allow you to hold it for longer, either give it more time to come up, right, or allow it to stay there for longer if it's really struggling to get to the temperature, right? And now this is a real-time graph, and so as you can see here, if I go and make this time 280, oh no, to 60. See that? It real time changes and shows you what it's seeing. Now, what I had before though was these two different values could have been different, right? You could have put 210 and 235, which means you're not doing a straight line at the top. And that change there is something I don't want to allow people to do, because that could, you could easily burn a PCB if you're not careful doing something like that. No, I meant JS already has jQuery selectors built in. There's no reason for anyone to use jQuery. Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, that I don't have to now because of JS. I know that example you gave above was a jQuery style stuff, but just for JS. Yep, I got that. But I've never developed with that before. So I'm just going back to using what I know, right? Which is ugly JavaScript. It's fine. Yeah, so I've added this ability, and so what I've done is I want to lock this. So if I make this 270 or 260, I want to lock both these values, which is what I've done. So I've made this read-only now, which is what started all of this issue, breaking things. And I don't want people to be able to set this one, so you can't change it, but I want it to change if someone changes something here, right? So this is pretty cool. I mean, it gives people a really good preview of what their profile is going to look like. And you can't move the points around. That'd be nice, but whatever. And what it's allowed me to do is come up with a fixed structure of a one structure fits all reflow profiles, right? You can get any reflow profile for any paste into this format. Unfortunately, all of the data that I ship with isn't in this format because I added this extra thing in, which then broke things. And then it also broke my UI on device, because on device, when I start a reflow graph, it draws in the start and end lines, and it draws in the soak point, like the ramp point and the soak point and the reflow points. Because I've added this extra field, it's now broken all of that. So I need to go back and just fix a few things. Should I get ready to build a toaster oven now? My Reflow Master Pro is really close. Hello, Bruce. Hi to anyone I haven't said hi to. A product. Add features. Of course I'm adding features to it. If it's unfinished, I can add features, right? This is a good feature though. This is a really good feature. Anyway, so you can add a profile. I need to make sure that also works. Good, it does. I'm just going to make sure that all these values work and that they validate. Actually, that's a good point. I should, if I go back to edit, there's validation here. So like you can't make your end point before your next, oh, that should validate, and that didn't validate. Oh, I need to fix that. Okay, I broke. Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay. When you go to update, it won't let you because this value is before. Okay, good. But, oh, that's right. I remember I turned off the validation when you're typing in each field because it validates when you don't want it to. Like, you want to get all the data in first. And okay, that's good. That works. Anyway, so you can add profiles, degrees. I did have a Celsius and Fahrenheit option, but that doesn't make any sense because all profiles are in Celsius. This is all in, it's in C, in Arduino, unfortunately. So my Reflow Master code was all in MicroPython, and as of 1.18, I could put it back into MicroPython and it would be really performant, but it's too late now because I finished it in Arduino. This is all web and JavaScript though, yeah. You can also copy one, so if you've got a profile in here that you like and you want to duplicate it, you click copy and it makes a new one, copy on the end, and you can modify it and then save it as the new version. So I'll call that ChemTools Xeon, and I don't know, I'll change some values. 225. I'm not doing any things like limits. I really should. I mean, I can add those in the future updates. And if I go add, we've now got a ChemTools Xeon. So adding, editing, and removing profiles all happens via the web. And you can even set the default. So you'll hear a beep. and it just changed and set the default ChemTool C on. But you can also do that in the settings menu, switch paste, and you can see, you don't have to go into the web to change a profile. You can do it from the interface, right? But you can do it in both. And you can see I've got scrolling lists now, or pagination I've got anyway. Back. Okay, good. So that's working. Thanks, Bruce. I've spent a little bit too much time making the web stuff look nicer than it needs to. But that's me. So now I still haven't got I haven't done all the settings in here. I want to move right now. Okay, let me just go back to a bigger screen here because this is pretty full on. Had 2 latte and espresso dark chocolate brownie, rather jumpy. Oh, espresso dark chocolate brownie, yum. I could do that. So the settings right now, there's 3 pages of settings in here. Well, 2.5 pages of settings, and I've still got some issues I need to fix with the UI. I want to take some of these out and put them in more of advanced settings. Oh, I could have gone over on something. Something is too long. Right here, cool time, reflow, bake. Oh, excellent. But that's a good example of something that shouldn't be in this settings. It should be in the web bake because they're advanced, right? So you've got an option. So use fan 1, yes or no, right? And if I toggle use fan 1 to no, that's one of the outputs, fan 1, fan 2, or auxiliary 1. I need to change the names of those, auxiliary. So if it's set to no, then they all get grayed out, right? I'm not sure if you can see the grey out. It looks white for you still, but it does, you might see it goes brighter and duller. It looks grey here in real life. So you can't go and change any of these now because they're grayed out. But what you can do is you can set the speed of the fan during reflow, and you can set the speed of the fan at the end of reflow, and then you can also set how long the fan is on after reflow. So 60 seconds it's on for, and if you're on bake mode, you can also set how long the fan is on for after it's baked, right? That's for cooldown. Now, the reason I've got reflow and end speed is because a use case factor is actually putting the fan that you would potentially cool down your oven with at the end of reflow, you can also have running at a very slow speed during reflow to move air around. And moving air around, although you are introducing some cooler air coming in from outside to do that, you can adjust your profile to compensate, but it allows you to not have pockets of heat inside a toaster oven. Now that's really important if you've got a toaster oven that's only got 2 elements, right? Or it's got 4 elements, but they're really badly placed, like they're close together, top and bottom, rather than spread out in the volume. And so if you're reflowing a larger PCB in a toaster oven, you tend to not get even reflow across them. But allowing your fan to spin really slowly during reflow will push air around, right? But some of those changes you set once and you don't really tweak them anymore, so they don't really need to be in here. They should be out into the advanced settings. Yeah. So I still have to do that, but they're in here now, so they can be used, right? I don't have to. It's not like they're not available if I don't put them on the web, so I can put them on the web later. So now my problem is if I so let me just, so my ChemTool, if I turn off the web, and if I tell it to start a reflow, doesn't matter, I'm using ChemTool C on. Right now I'm deliberately going into this screen, I'm bypassing the warm-up because, so you can see here, oh maybe it's not broken. Okay, so now it's respecting it. So what it's doing is it's drawing the graph. It thinks it's running, it's not. It's drawing the graph and it's showing you your ramp. Can everyone read that? Ramp, soak, reflow, So it shows you that little, it's pretty small, this little section here, and then the cooldown, and then the off. So those lines, so I'd broken where those lines were because they didn't understand that I added that extra gap there, if that makes sense. What are we talking about? My internet keeps going in and out, and they're working in my area, putting new power poles in. Bummer. So are we just talking about chocolate brownies now, are we? Because of toaster ovens? Yum. But yeah, you're just making me all hungry. Thanks. That's okay. Talk about whatever you want. You're just making me hungry. My coffee's cold, and I've got no food. Okay, so that's working. So I should fix that then. And look at that. Look. See, that's the cooldown. Look at little animated fan. Yay. I've spent way too much time working on little tiny things on the UI. Seriously. So many rabbit holes. So many squirrels, John. Thanks, John. So, as I said, this is really close. Baking's in and working. Reflow, I need to fix the reflow. I need to work a bit more on the initial calibration screen, stuff that happens. So there used to be a calibrate button, but that's gone now. What happens is the first time you boot the device, so the whole thing runs off SD. All the user data is on an SD card. I have to source SD cards, and I'm kind of torn at the moment because I know plenty of people have their own SD cards, but I want to ship them with SD cards because I want to ship them in a known working state where I've tested and validated the board with the data generated. So the first time, if you put an SD card in, so if you start the thing up, if I just push and hold to power down, okay. So if I pull the SD card out, if you boot the thing up without an SD card, it's not happy. No SD card, right? You need to have an SD card in there. And so I need to put an SD card in there to test it, but I need a blank SD card every time I test because when it detects a blank card or a card without the settings and profiles, it creates them. And I need to test that process on every board, which means I need a blank SD card every time to test, which, yes, I know I could pull one out and delete everything on it and then whatever, blah, 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 but it would be easier just for me to supply an SD card with it. And a blank one, I insert a blank one and I test it and that's done, right? So by the way, you can just put one in and then do a restart and it will reboot and look for it. But SD cards are not cheap. It's very hard to, I need a small SD card. Like I could get away with a quarter of a megabyte. Like I just need an 8 megabyte SD card. I don't think you can get smaller than 8 megabytes. They're really hard to source now, 8 megabyte ones. And it's really hard to get an SD card for cheaper than about 10 bucks. 10 bucks Aussie, like about 8 bucks US, right? And I don't want to just add 8 bucks to the cost of the product because I'm shipping an SD card when everyone's going to complain they've already got one. But I can't test these thoroughly if I don't do that. Does that make sense? Right? So, and at the end of the day, I mean, an $8 extra on the cost of the Reflow Master Pro as a product, no one's necessarily going to really know the difference. They're worth $13. Yeah, I can buy cheaper than that. I think it was a CPL that had computer parts. CPL. Ooh, it's empty. Hang on, I'll open up. I'll show you in a second. So there's a place here called Computer Parts Land. It just found a previous browser instance that had it open. I only need a very small amount of space. And originally it was on the file system, but I don't want that. I want it on an SD card. I want people to be able to pull the card out, So all the data is saved in JSON. I want people to be able to pull the card out and modify the data by JSON if they want to, or whatever they want to do, right? Coding DSLR. So this place here, they had the cheapest SD cards I found actually. 32, where are they? Oh, I hope they still got them. Oh no! They don't have the cheap ones anymore? Oh wait, hang on. See, they're all like 32 or above now, 16 or 32. But they had 8s. And I can't remember what brand they... Oh, they were the team ones, that's right. SD card, team, 8. Not megabytes, 8 gigabyte, whatever they are. Oh no, they've gone up in price. I think they were $10 or $8, or they were $10 and then $8 for quantity. Oh no, I should have bought them. Hey Fred. Hey Michael. I should have bought them. I was going to buy 100 of them. It's just really hard. And the thing is, I don't want SanDisk, preferably. SanDisk you can buy cheaper. The problem with SanDisk is it has that read-only lockout thing. I don't want... because it's a microcontroller-based device with a card and potential of users doing something with the device that could crash it or whatever, especially during a write of the data, I don't want the cards to get locked out because they're really hard to fix. DigiKey you have... Where are you seeing $6.99, Mike? Anyway, I need to find if I can source them cheap enough. My theory was if I can source them for under $5 Australian, then I just wouldn't charge more for them. I'd throw them in at whatever, right? It'll just be another component on the board. M-Wave. Can you add a link, Mike? Hey Hojad, post a link in Discord. Perhaps the flash chips can solve your flash chip. I don't want a flash chip. SD card. I'm after. Has to be SD card. This is my design. It runs off SD card. It's got to be external. External as in removable. I'm not looking to put an extra flash chip on. I've got plenty of flash. I can use flash already. I can partition the space on here. I've got 4 mega flash. Like, that's not a problem. I want it to be external. What size? As small as I can get. Can you get me a 2 megabyte card? A 1 megabyte card? Amazon. Yeah. Cloud disk. Marcus 8. Does it deliver to Australia? So the question is, can I get them? Adafruit added some small cards recently. Yeah, I bet they're not cheap on Adafruit. You can connect the flash chip as SD card. What do you mean connect the flash chip? I don't want a chip. A user can't take the chip and take it off the board and plug it into the computer, and you're missing the point. It's not that it has to run as an SD card. I don't want a component. There's an SD card slot. Yeah? For an SD card. SD card. Not a chip. Not a component. SD card. What? C2 write under the price under text. C2 write under the price. Yeah, I know they're delivered to Australia. I just said that. I was looking for that, and yeah. But the question is, I want them. Oh, I don't want to buy them from the UK to deliver in Australia. I want to buy them from Australia or a, you know, like, so, like, can I get these from amazon.com.au is what I want to know. Like, uh, 64 meg, $3.50. The shipping is dumb. Yeah. That's a 5-pack for 25. Gigastone. Never heard of them. 10-pack for $40. Oh, here's a 2 gig. 10-pack. These, I don't know what these are. I don't know what, like, I also have to warranty what I'm sending out, right? See buying options. Yeah, that's $6 each. Here's 1 gig ones. $5 each. So these are cheaper. So this is $41 for 10. We use Gigastone here a lot. Never heard of them. Yeah, an SD card has a controller and a flash chip inside it. Or it has an interface. Yeah, that's pounds. £6 though is like $10 each. So only 2 left in stock, it says. Yeah, I know. Maybe I just grab them. That'll at least give me 20 to start with. Except, wait, let's see what shipping is. Three items. Wait, I gotta see what else I've got on my shopping cart before I only 2 left. Hello? Oh, is that all that is? Okay. Go to cart. That's fine. Proceed to checkout. Whoa, doxy docs. That's nice. $6 delivery. I don't have, what do you call it? The 3D printer is not done. Not done at all. Hey, Alex. Yeah, I saw the Adafruit link, but the Adafruit one is expensive. Well, the shipping is expensive. It all adds up, right? $3.50 US, which is, you know, just over $5 Australian, and the shipping alone is going to cost me $40. Like, it makes it too expensive. But this is like as a one-off. I might just grab this, and that'll give me 20 of them. That'll be a start, and I'll see if I can buy some more. Don't you just put the download on GitHub, and buyers can then use their own cards and downloads for free? What? The data is generated from the Reflow Master Pro onto the card. So I at least need an option to provide a card as an option for people, even if I do agree to sell it without a card. But if I sell it without a card, I can't then validate that the thing works on their card. That's all. Yeah, so sell it, yeah. Again, I have my reasons for wanting to sell it with a card, which I explained before. Hey Ian, how you doing? I understand that, Fred. Maybe you missed that start of the discussion. The device won't run without a card in it. I can't test it without a card in it, and I need to test it with a blank card every time. So, the easiest solution for me on that is I test it with a card that I supply with the device, which then tests it thoroughly and then validates it, and I know that it's a fully working device with the card in there, right? So, which to me is a very valid reason. Like, so I could ship you a device that's semi-untested for you to save $5. How small can it be? How small can that be? Megabytes, as a megabyte. But small SD cards are not cheap SD cards. There's a price point where it's not that it like these 8 gig cards that I found here, like the 1 gig, these 1 gig cards are more expensive than the 8 gig cards. How do they it's not the point about it. It's the point that I'm shipping a device that doesn't work and is untested with the card that the user's going to put in. Okay, if this was a $10 item, who cares? It's not a $10 item, and I want to ship it to the person knowing that it works, right? So, if a user is going to go, you know what, I want to buy a Reflow Master Pro, but you know what, that extra $5 because it's coming with an SD card when I've got my own, well, that's a deal breaker for me. Well, then they're not the customer I want, because they'll take an untested device or an unbootable, semi-tested device that does not work until they plug their own SD card in to save $5 when instead of getting a thoroughly tested, complete thing, right? Like that's... I'm sorry if that sounds pedantic, but you know, but that's why I'm trying to find cards as cheap as possible. I'm going to quickly buy these and then see if I can get some more later. Place my order. Yes. Now I can't test it with my card and remove it because I have to then go and plug my card back into my computer every time and delete everything on it and then take it out and then test it in the next device. So I'm going to spend $5 of my time every time to test these devices so I can provide them to you without a card. Yeah, no, I'm just going to give it to you with a card. Okay, confirmation will be sent to your email. Good. You could make a second device which wipes a card when I insert it. Right, so I could go and I could invest more time to save time. Sure, I could spend money to save, anyway. And I'll still be shipping a device that when you plug it in and turn it on, it doesn't do anything, right? It won't boot up without the card. Yeah. So you got to remember, I'm selling it and I have to support it, right? So they detected as faulty. No, it's nothing to do with detecting as faulty, Mako. I don't do checks on the card, but I can't. It's like shipping a device without the MCU on it, and the user can put the MCU on it. Well, then I can't test it if there's no MCU on it. Make part of the test mode, clean up the card on boot. No, there's the test mode. There's no test mode. Like, it gets flashed with the firmware, and the firmware generates the data, and the test is that it boots. It's not a test jig. Specific brand, Joseph says 3/100 are faulty. Oh, right. Okay, sorry. I didn't realize you were doing that. Yeah, if it can't find the file, then it will create a new one. If it finds the file and it can't deserialize it to JSON, then it'll create a new one. Yeah. And it'll tell you on the screen that the data was corrupt. And it doesn't give you a choice, like it just stomps it, right? I do want to add an option in the future where it'll back up the file on write, but right now, writing to the file, you can potentially write to the file a lot. So Hey Johnny, we're printing stock boxes for my now non-existent S3 boards. Yum, look at those cookies. Are they pink? Pink M&Ms in them? Printing blue plastic boxes, yeah. So there are two files that are saved on the SD card. There's a settings file and there's a profiles file. Ooh, another bug. Why has it got two C's there? A few bugs still. Did you order? Yeah, I ordered those cards. Yeah, I did it off screen because they had all my details on it. But thank you. Order placed. Am I going to get doxed? No. Thank you. Order placed. Confirmation will be sent to your email. Well, there you go. There's my address anyway. Wow. Doxed myself again. Whatever. Okay. So. So it's now it's just UI stuff I need to fix. And now I can fix the warm-up stuff. Right. So I can get rid of the that jump to reflow. That's off. Good. Okay. 3. Edit. Yeah, I don't want to buy from China. I'm not buying China at all. There is too many fake SD cards floating around at the moment. I'm just not prepared to buy from Ali or eBay from China. Where's the pink LED? There is a pink LED. Oh no, this one doesn't have a pink LED in it. Sorry, no pink LED. So I actually went to buy pink LEDs on Reels and I can't find any. So these will be shipping with normal colours because I have to pick and place them. So these are my panels. So if I try to reflow now, it's going to try to warm up. So that's good. And if I fake it by holding the thermocouples, maybe I can get it to temperature. 24, it's going to get to 25. Will it do it? My fingers are not warm. Maybe if I breathe on it. Let me breathe on the thermocouple. Come on. There we go. It got to temperature. Except it's not connected to the oven, so not going to do anything. Okay. Last year they work. I bought them. Sure, it's hit and miss on what you get. I'm not prepared to buy from AliExpress or eBay and then provide them as cards that I'm endorsing. That's all. Is this sound okay now? Oh, everyone I know has got. Like Marius, how are you doing? Are you still there? Marius, his whole family's got it at the moment. Yeah. Yep. Right. It's flick. Right now, it's updating as fast as the fan's turning because it really doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, I could write 10 times more code to have them work independently, but it's just not worth it right now. It works. I'm happy with it. Even happens on the bake screen and on the end of bake screen. If I start baking, it knows that the fan is running during bake. So stuff like that I can clean up later. Like that can go to testers, no problem, right? And that can go to even to users, no problem, really. Like it's those things I'll fix down the line. So zoom out. So these are my panels. I didn't get ENIG on them. These first ones, I just got lead-free hassle for now, which I'm kind of regretting because JLC's hassle is just terrible. But my panels are 6 up, and I spent a couple of hours yesterday loading this onto the pick and place machine and getting as many parts in as I can, so I can start pick and placing it. But about 20% of the parts I'm going to have to hand place because as I said earlier, catch you later, Mike. Said earlier for those that missed it, I can't pull off everything. I can't get enough slots free to do the whole board without having to switch parts on reels. When I don't want to do that right now because my machine's set up for all of my dev boards. So have a good day, Mike. So yeah, it'll be things like the SD card slot and the clearly the ESP32 module, because I don't have them. I've got them on reels. I don't have a feeder wide enough. A feeder wide enough to be able to pick and place these is like $600. So I'm not spending $600 on a feeder. I can hand place them pretty quickly. And then the max chips I'm going to have to hand place because I don't have a spare 12mm feeder that I can load them onto without taking something else off and losing parts on that reel, which I don't want to do. But pretty much all of the passives and the LEDs, the shotkeys, the transistors and stuff, caps and resistors, they're all going to be pick and placed. So that'll be a big time saver. So it'll probably take me about 10 minutes per panel afterwards just for hand placement. And then all the hand soldering. So, yeah, should be good. I'm going to probably try to run my first panel today sometime, if I can. Probably after John's stream. Or maybe during it, I don't know. Maybe after. So that's pretty exciting. So these are my first production boards. And, yeah, we're getting very close to Reflow Master Pro. Which is great because I have no Reflow Masters left and I cannot build Reflow Masters. And for me to, like right now, buying, I can get, like a couple of days ago, I could get Samdies at like 2.5 times the price that they were before if I buy a big bunch of them, and I don't want to buy a big bunch of them because I want to probably maybe just focus on the Reflow Master Pro, at least until the silicon shortage stops. And then I can go back and look at the Reflow Master again. And if I do that, I'll probably convert the Reflow Master to work off an RP 2040 or something instead of the SAMD, because it's way cheaper than the SAMD. It's faster than the SAMD. Which SAMDs though? That's the thing. I need SAMD 21, G, 18, A's. Preferably on a reel. So, yeah, but that's for another day. Like back to the Reflow Master, and then I mean ultimately my aim for the Reflow Master Pro is to get it as close in price point to Adafruit one's only 10 in stock. Is to get this as close as possible to the Reflow Master price point. So it's kind of interesting. It's the Pro version and it's got a lot more on it. But just the cost of like the SAMD alone on my Reflow Master makes up for like 15% of the parts on here. So I haven't priced this yet. Yeah, but I will soon. As I said earlier, I've been a little bit preoccupied with the S3 launch. Okay, it's getting close to 9:30 and John is streaming at 10, and I need to go and do some stuff with the kids beforehand. 36 of these. What is Bruce linking to? 36 of 256 meg. But yeah, but that's okay. So that's still $7, but that's okay, I guess. Free shipping. Well, I get free shipping. So Bruce just posted this 256 meg, the Adafruit ones. So $5.14. So that's $7.30 Aussie. I mean, that's, yeah, I guess I could fall back to that, but 256 meg. What about the 64 meg? Oh, none in stock. Right, okay. Didn't like something in my body. There is no tested, and yes, I am 53 and in good health. Okay. Sorry, just reading the chat. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, as I said, it's going to be a short stream. I didn't want to clash with John. And yeah, just UI. There's just UI stuff I need to fix on the Reflow Master Pro. And then I need to, hey Pro Engineer, instead of having speed control as a setting, you could add a third option in the Reflow profile so you can select fan speeds at different times. Not in the Reflow profile, no. Reflow profile has to say just a Reflow profile. Too advanced to have to set it in the Reflow, because then you have to set it in every Reflow profile rather than just having the one setting. Generically, generally people will just be using one profile or maybe two profiles, right? If they've got two different types of pace, or they're using like a shorter version or longer version of the profile. At the end of the day, the fan settings would be pretty much consistent between them. I doubt that they'd need custom ones. Ibn was saying, as fast as they are shoveling up into Farnell, they're selling them. Yeah, there's I've got some RP 2040s. You can get them, and they're cheap. Like they're reasonably priced. Getting crystals for them, that's a bit of a different story. No, I'm not clashing with your stream, John. Sunday's John's day. Just like I wouldn't clash with with Scott Shawcroft, sorry, on a Saturday or his Friday, because that's his day. It's an everyone's go-to part. It's a good chip, right? But it's available chip, and availability trumps anything right now, right? Okay. Anyway, time to go. Have a great weekend. Superhouse, hang on, John. Hang on, I'm getting John's link. So everyone need to go join John's. Here it is. Copy link. This is John's. Oh, Johnny beat me to it. Damn you, Johnny. Curses. Anyway, that's John's. Come join the stream. Watch him chase squirrels. And subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Yep. Okay, I'm going out. Coffee time, food time. Bye, everyone.